Hello again. I'm Arcanoi, and we have a game between Monomaniac and Dignitas. We've got Nintendo Dex on Olaf, Zion Spartan on Lee Sin. I know Zion Spartan's a very good Lee Sin, very good Riven player. He's a very dynamic laner, although he tends to tunnel vision because he's used to playing in solo queue, and he tends to overextend and get caught a lot. I'm not sure how well he's going to do in this game. Pixel on Janna. Pixel's a very solid support. Zig on Kog'Maw. That was probably a targeted pick aiming to take Kog'Maw away from a cutie pie. And Paradoxical on Morgana. Paradoxical's a very strong Morgana. She's his sort of second pick after Cassiopeia. But still very, 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 very solid. Dominate got his Mundo. Dominate loves Mundo. It's like it's always his first pick if he can get it. I'm a cutie pie on Ashe. I've never seen I'm a cutie pie play Ashe before, but I'm sure he's solid on her as well. Scarra got his Rise. Scarra likes Rise quite a bit. He's very tanky late game, and Scarra loves to take games into late game because he's a very, very strong farmer who rarely misses CS. So he gets very strong very fast. They threw Locust on Soraka, and I'm sorry I did not get to see the last pick. Now, we're going to be watching from Nintendo Dex's perspective, so I apologize if I miss anything. I will try to keep up. Now, we're going to watch, I believe Monomaniac is going for an invade here, just because they have 4 people going down here. Very solid positioning. They're using line of sight blockers and stuff like that. It's very good. They see Scarring, and Zion Spartan's just going to go in on him and chunk him down to half health. Now you notice that Pixel is joining up with them now. Pixel placed a very good ward down here. If Dignitas tries to counter invade, they'll immediately be seen. Although they might still get away with it if they fall down here. Now they're gonna meet up in this bush, which is a very good idea. Anybody coming in here instantly get bursted down by Morgana Snare, Lee Sin Q. Janna picked up, I'm not exactly sure what Janna skilled. I'm sorry. They see Dominate over at his blue, so they're pretty confident that they're not getting their red stolen. And they also believe that Dignitas is just gonna let them have their red jungle. So Zig's gonna head down bottom. Although Pixel is also going to go back. They ping and see, so they know that Dignitas might contest this. They also see Locust going down there and down forward, so they know that that's happening. So they take the Wraiths, they leave a little one. You have to leave a little one now in the new jungle, just because camps respawn so fast. Hugo could take his blue and then come over here, and you would be up again, so you wouldn't actually get any advantage out of it. Paradoxical's gonna head back to mid, and they're gonna take red for Nintendo Dex. Bottom lane, placing a nice ward in the tri-bush. Now, Nintendo Dex is not going to head top immediately after. They're gonna take a nice timer on the enemy red. And they see Mundo heading into their red jungle. They see him. That ward does tons of work already. And they see him. So Olaf is gonna head straight down. He's not gonna take his blues, not gonna take his wolves. He's gonna head straight down to the jungle where they see. Now Mundo's gonna get caught here. There's 4 members of MM coming right on in. Scarra cannot save him, and it looks like he's gonna go down for first blood. Nice axe by Olaf, and he's gonna go down. Very nice first blood by Mono rather, and that was all set up by this ward. All of that was set up by this ward. It was a fantastic ward. So Dignitas is already playing from behind. Dominate has already lost 2 buffs. Very nice, very solid play. You see Zion Spartan going up against Vlad. Vlad's a very strong character just in general. I honestly hate Vlad. I think he's a parasitic character. But regardless of that, that's what they have in the top lane. Now Janna Kog'Maw might be able to bully Ashe and Soraka in the early game rather. Although later in the laning phase, they should just be able to volley the lane and stop any sort of harass that might be coming down. Monomaniacs does a CV of the red jungle of Dignitas and catches a glimpse of Mundo, so they know exactly where he is. He actually is just now clearing out his Wraith camp, so he missed out on not one, but two rotations of his Wraith camp, which that's almost 100. Very nice. Mundo, or rather Olaf, just finishing up clearing out his jungle. And we have Dignitas is now pushing right up to Monomaniac's tower with his volleys, like I said. Ashe is actually a very weak laner, but her volley allows her to overcome a lot of her weaknesses. We have Olaf and Dignitas, saves the axe, but misses the axe. If they hit that axe, they probably would have gone in on him, just because Zion Spartan landed that Q. But Nintendo Dex is actually going to come around again. Now, Boy does not have his pool up yet. So, but again, Nintendo Dex under aims the second axe, so he misses. Now, he's just going to cancel this bush. He's going to back in this bush if he wants to back, just to zone in Boy is going to miss some CS, although this did not work out. Though now Paradoxical is coming in. That's really good. But Boy does a very nice flip in the finding. Scar immediately notices that she's there, and he's gonna probably. Oh no, he's not gonna jump to her. But bot lane just continues to farm. MQD has a little bit lower just because they're a little bit weaker in lane, but I think they're gonna be okay. Now, Paradoxical doing a nice job of farming. Gata actually picked up a Doran's Ring with that first blood, I believe. Nintendo Dax just continuing to jungle. If Janna actually does back here, because it's going to leave Zig completely zoned for a little while. His lane is pushing. He's going to miss a lot of CS. Dignitas is going to take advantage of that. Although, now the lane might turn just because I have a lot of CSing. Morgana just continuing to farm. Morgana's very good at turning any lane into a farm lane just because of how she works. She's very strong in that regard. She's very safe. But Olaf is gonna catch catch a Locust and just kill her. Missed that. Now, they're not gonna go, it doesn't look like they're gonna go for Dragon here. It's probably a wise choice. Nintendo Dex is 2/3 health. They have no heals, not very much sustain, so it makes sense. Although, they probably would have been okay just because it turns out Dominate was in the top jungle, and Paradoxical just hit 6. At 6, Morgana is stronger than Rise just because her ultimate's very powerful, and you see here they're going to contest the blue buff. Now I don't know if Dignitas knows. Landed a very nice instant kill on Mundo. It was a fantastic blind binding, and then they just burst him down with ultimate and axes. Now they're going to take Mundo down. They know there's not going to be a smite to contest. Although they might not actually have the damage. I'm not exactly sure. I guess they can make it very slowly, but bot lane and Rise from Scar might come up and contest. Nintendo Dex actually going very low. They might not have the damage, but they're going to move Paradoxical in, I think, to try to tank this. Bring Zig over. They believe that Dignitas is not going to contest, which is true. There's a ward down, so they know the timer on Dragon, which is about 740, so we'll be seeing that again. Now, Boy actually, or Zion Spartan is behind Boy. So I do not know if Zion Spartan can fight Boy should just be able to or even kite him quite effectively. Indeed, he does. And Zion Spartan just gets away and stuck around, probably not taking too much damage. Now, how did their blue go down? I'm not exactly sure how their blue went down. Paradoxical doesn't have it. Oh, I believe Scar. No. I'm not exactly sure who took Scara has his own blue weapon. So Olaf just finished up his Wriggle's Lantern. That's going to allow him to jungle effectively without losing any health. We see Morgana coming up top while Mundo heads down bottom. I imagine Mundo's probably trying to set up for a gank from mid, but Paradoxical is not there. I will dominate moves in on Monomaniac's Wraiths, which he just takes his Wraith and backs out. Paradoxical comes back in. Now I can't see the creep scores. Okay. I'm not exactly sure how Law Recorder works, I'm sorry. Slightly ahead of Olaf. Zion Spartan slightly behind Hogmaw, and Scar, most notably Scara is significantly behind, almost 20 CS behind, or rather 20 CS, more than 20 CS ahead of Paradoxical. Now Paradoxical has been roaming, and Scar is a very good farmer. That's just one of the things he does. He rarely misses CS. He loves to do great camps. Paradoxical missing a bind, having to shield to get out of there. Now they may be setting up for a tower dive on Voyboy up here. We see I will dominate instead, but it's still they're going to definitely do a tower dive. I'm not sure this is going to work. Dominate's going to go down to 2 minutes. They are going to work. Very nice. Arrow comes in. Both very low. If someone from Dignitas comes in, they can clear this up very easily. But it looks like they're both gonna get away. Paradoxical did pin Scar in mid by pushing up. That's very good play. And they're gonna move into the spot. They noticed that McCutie was down. It was back, but he just came back to lane. They should do okay there. McCutie pretty good job with farming on the turret. Both of the AD carries picking up. It's a bit strange, but I can see it. Locust actually noticeably started with boots. He did not start with a fairy charm. Janna starting a much more conventional build. Rise rushing Catalyst. Morgana just getting a standard 2 north. Looks like Nintendo Dex is building towards a Phage or something like that. Maybe an Aegis. Looks like Zion Spartan is building towards a Hex Drinker, and which is a very solid build against Vlad. Negates a lot of Vlad's damage. Vlad is having a cloth armor to help negate Zion Spartan's damage. And a Hex Drinker and a Hex Drinker level. Doing some nice harass on Vlad actually. Lee Sin, once he hits about level 9, you can do some very aggressive things on Vlad. So Vlad should be able to sustain once he gets into the creep wave, so if he doesn't get zoned too badly, he can do it. Zion Spartan again going in on Void. It's working out pretty well for him so far, though every time Vlad just gets back 100 health. Very good play. Very good attempt, but I do not believe any of the harass is there. Now we see Nintendo Dex coming up in this bush, but I believe that is a Dignitas ward. No, it's not a Dignitas ward. It's not a Dignitas ward, so this could be very bad for MQDPie. If Zig lands a there's very nice hawk shot coming out from Ash, catching Nintendo Dex in their bush, averting certain disaster. Morgana picking up Wolfcamp. Whenever you're pushed out and you're mid, it's very good to take the Wolfcamp and the Wolfcamp and the Wraith Camp, just because you get extra CS. Sword doing very good job. They spot Mundo going in towards his Wraiths. Nintendo Dex just continuing to clear his jungle. Vlad actually moves a little bit ahead of Zion Spartan in CS now, 15. That's Zion Spartan's attempts at zoning him. We see Paradox coming here. This is the binding. I imagine Dignitas has a ward here that allowed them to catch that. Nintendo Dex taking his Wraiths, and then he's going to move into cover mid if Morgana's not here in time, which I think she is. Now, Dragon is up pretty soon. I believe it's up in about 30 or 40 seconds. So we're going to see both, I believe both teams have the timer on that, so we're going to see both teams fight for that, I believe. Rise is going to take his blue buff now. With 3 members of Dignitas, I do not believe this is very safe for Paradoxical. Olaf is coming in. There are 3 members of Dignitas here. 4 even. They saw me. That was a very nice snipe, actually, by Morgana. Very nice Q snipe. Morgana's Q does a little bit more damage than any of Rise's spells. I thought I saw Mundo coming into this bush. But yeah, all of Monomaniac's conversion to Dragon. You can see that all of Dignitas is here as well. Nice long shot, but I think it's just going to go down right away. Not playing very good. And I believe Monomaniac's is actually going to go in on Ash. On Ash was very nice. It was a very nice play by Pixel to catch her with a W followed by a Q. She probably thought she was safe, but Pixel did a very nice job there. Now they're gonna move in on Soraka here. I'm pretty sure they can just tower dive her if they want, though she is going to back out. I believe she's gonna get away. Although a very nice juke on Ash. Still quite a bit of damage. I believe Locust is gonna get away, and Dominate is gonna get away as well, just covering. C2 Monomaniac Scar does a very nice juke on that Q, which otherwise might have been a kill just because of Zion Spartan coming in. Looks like Monomaniac is going to take down this turret. It's pretty solid. They're up 5-0 now. Index has actually been a part of every single one of their kills. He's been playing brilliantly this game. As far as CS goes, Kog'Maw is actually quite a bit, actually 15 CS ahead of Ash, just because Ash died right over here. Scar's lead against Paradoxical is actually gone down quite a bit. Voivoy's still about 10 CS ahead of Zion Spartan, and Mundo's been doing a much better job of farming his jungle, although he is 0-3, while Nintendo Dex is 2-0-3. So Nintendo Dex is at least even, probably slightly. As far as builds go, pretty conventional all around, other than the 3 Doran's Blades coming out of both AD carries. Vlad rushed to Will of the Ancients. Scar has got his tier as Catalyst. They're going to get pretty rough right here. No, I think that might have been an accident. I think Nintendo X might have picked that up accidentally. Morgana's going to just continue covering here. Dominate covering, although they might set up for a tower dive here. No, they're just going to... Olaf is just trying to steal out of his wraiths, but it didn't work. Bot lane continuing to go. The thing is, right now, Kog'Maw does a lot more damage than Ash. He does a lot more damage. He gets a lot of damage from his skill. Well, Ash only has one ability to get damage. He has her Kog'Maw, which is more or less just an auto attack versus Kog'Maw's 3 different damage abilities, including free auto attack speed, and attack with range. You see Zion Spartan setting up here against Scar, and they sort of get the back around the side. Scar does a very nice job of moving. Although they still just demand him, Zion Spartan is going to be great at picking up, but Zion Spartan is going to go down still. I will not make those come back. Very nice rock coming up from the bottom lane. Morgana's going to go down as well. So that was a tower dive that didn't work out very well. Scara played very well, and Dominate and Locust came in just the right time to make that happen, rather. Probably a better off just taking down this turret when they got there and letting Scar get away. But it was very nice placement by Dignitas. A very nice flank by Nintendo X as well. So we see Voivoy come down because Zion Spartan went down. He's going to push that. Now, we see Kog'Maw getting even more ahead just because he's been able to shove Ashe so effectively because he does a lot. He's much stronger than her right now. The strength of Ashe is all in her ult. It's all in her ult. She brings very good CC to the table, plus her ult. Kog'Maw does a lot more damage, brings similar amounts of CC with his puzzle, and just does... I believe Ashe is risky, just because is all of her. If she does poorly in lane, she doesn't really do damage. So we're gonna to see if, I mean, she's been keeping up pretty well in CFs. Though Kog'Maw is 1-0-2, well, she's 0-1. So, Kog'Maw's definitely quite a bit ahead. Only maybe 400, 500 gold. But still quite noticeable. And he's going to do a lot more damage than Ashe in the late game. Although, Sin noticeably falls off very hard, while all of Dignitas's team scales very well into the late game. Notably, their casters they're just going to come in and because they're so far ahead, they're just going to steal this. They're just going to steal Ryze's blue. That's a pretty big blow. Ryze gets a lot out of CDR just because of the way his passive works. They haven't seen him, but they know Scar is missing, so they assume that he's going top. It's also possible that he backed, but they're just going to put 3 people mid and try to pick off this turret. Paradox is going to come in here and try to pick off as he passes, but Morgana misses the snare, and they're just going to pick up this turret. There's only a 200 health, so it probably wasn't even worth trying to defend it. So that might have been a wise choice by Dignitas. Now, the strength of Ryze is in his ability to just pick up Glacial Shroud as a damage. It's the same thing for just get him. Bad positioning by Amacutie. He threw out the arrow, but it was too little too late. Morgana took it on her shield. And now they're just going to pick up Dragon, which is going to spawn pretty soon. Now they might, I don't know exactly how much the rest damage the rest notice you've got very nice ward coverage in Dignitas's blue jungle. Very nice to see for knocking Paradoxical very low, though Skara and Locust are about half health. So they may just back away if they can't catch. I don't know if they can do this dragon. They may just back away. Although no, Paradoxical might just be able to put down the dragon and although Scar, they try to, so it's going to be a smite fight. That Dignitas actually picked that up. I can't check that out, but I believe that Olaf got outsmoked by Dominator there, just because of the way the animated animation popped up for Dominator. Not exactly sure. Zion Spartan came down just in cover. It's a smart decision to keep the dragon from top lane. Might not be able to get all the way down and still cover mid to stop the enemy team's easy access to dragon. The other thing about that fight was that Scar's blue buff once again got stolen, which made him very wary of that. Now, Paradoxical's picked up his death cap. He's going to do a lot of damage right now. Although he's a little late, just because he's probably been missing a bunch of farm. Yeah. Although Scar's actually now fallen behind because of his lack of blue buff. We see that almost all of the CS is pretty even, although Zion Spartan's again 20 CS behind her, so but his Arcanoi is actually reliable to tank most of Boyboy's damage very effectively. Rather picking up CDR treads noticeably. We have both Pixel and Paradoxical coming up top here. Though I think Dignitas has either seen them or suspected them. Whoever is going to take a significant there by that alt and Q combination by Paradoxical. I believe he's going to go down. Zion Spartan. Very nice kick there by Zion Spartan to save Pixel. Though he might die himself now, just because W and Dex comes in here, focuses down on Locust and Dominate. Locust is going to go down. Dominate's going to go down. Zion Spartan's low, but I believe he's going to be fine. PewDiePie's going to take a lot of damage, but Zion Spartan overextends a little bit. Nice Q by Morgana there, but it's going to miss PewDiePie. Paradoxical comes in, they're just gonna take jungle damage. It's not that great. Pretty sure they wanted to get more, but that was still 3 for 1. And it looks like they're gonna go for Baron here. Scar's still low, and he's gonna keep finding now they're definitely. Kog'Maw does so much damage, you can do great damage against them. Though they don't have a tank, and Index is very low. Which is paradoxical. Gunner Shields doesn't take damage. It's very heavy damage, but they're still going to be able to cross tank and just take Baron. Very nice Baron, very good capitalization on that fight. Scar made a misplay, got caught. They still probably would have taken Baron if Scar hadn't gotten caught, but that definitely sealed the deal. IPL just went bot to farm. Now, IPL is at least 1,500 gold behind Kog'Maw. 2,000 probably, actually. At least 2,000, probably 2,500. So Kog'Maw does so much more damage than her right now. Janna picking up CDR Treads and Shirelli's Reverie. Shirelli is probably the best item in the game. It's a fantastic item that can never be underestimated. Zion, Law is one of the best items as well. It's fantastic itemization for tanky DPS characters. Before they were the only tanky DPS item that gave MR was Wit's End, and characters like Lee Sin and not like the attack speed doesn't give them as much as the attack damage out of Law. Pixel picking up at oracles and roaming through their jungle and picking off wards. Now, one of the things that MM has been doing all game long is they've been placing very aggressive wards in Dignity's jungle. It's been allowing them to roam very aggressively. Olaf getting off the wall, Zion Spartan doing some good roaming. Now, they have Baron now, so they're just going to keep pushing it. And they're definitely quite far ahead, 11-3. They're even on Dragon, but they're up 2 turrets, I believe. And 8 kills, of course. So that's working out very well. Zion Spartan's going to take a little damage, but he's going to be okay. Now, I do not believe that Dignitas will win this. Morgana's going to throw out these Dark Bindings. They can't get a caught, just get a catch. They're just going to go very well. They're going to kill Zion Spartan, taking a bit of damage. But his MR, which is very high, just gives the Dark Treads in his law. It's good. Force to shield some Paradox. Probably throwing out 600 shield right now. Now, MM has a very short-ranged, except for Kog'Maw, very heavily engaged gun, but because they're so far ahead, they don't even have to engage. They're just going to keep rolling. Now, I don't know if it's actually going to be able to hold this. I do not know if MM's going to risk it, but I think if they just went in, if they just caught someone with the binding, or if Morgana flash hold it, right now, it looks like they're just going to take this turret. Scar, there's Scar. Scar takes a binding, it's a half. Has to blast, just survive. Arrow goes in on coming through the side. But Janna's ultimate main is Zion Spartan here. Zion Spartan is going to manage to disengage, and Kog'Maw throws out the Voidooz to disengage as well. And you can't really chase through Voidooz. Voidooz is a very strong ability. Paradox will actually pull down a binding. Ults over the wall on the. I mean, that's going to go down. Yes. Lucas tried to heal through it, but there was so much damage to Morgana. They see this ward here and they take it down. Now that PewDiePie is going to go down, they're going to have gone down. They're going to move in and take this inhibitor. PewDiePie made a big mistake there by trying to harass Paradox over the wall. And it looks like they're going to back off Pig Dragon now. They're not going to attempt to push their luck on mid. Their Baron is almost gone. But they got that Baron. With that Baron, they got 3 turrets and an inhibitor, which was very good. They probably they're 9 kills up, 5 turrets up. They actually haven't lost a turret yet. Very solid lane play by all of their lanes actually. Looks like they're just gonna bring Morgana over here, pick up blue buff, and move in from there. They're probably so far ahead at this point that they can push pretty much anything, even without Baron. And Dignitas doesn't really have any way of split pushing, just because because of how strong Paradox, or rather NM's close range engages. If they do manage to manage to engage on you, there's no way to get away because of Olaf, Lee Sin, Morgana, and Janna. So I don't know if I think this game is probably going to go Nirvana Maniacs. They're just going to push up top here, they're going to push out mid here. Dignitas has to leave someone bottom just to take out the super. We see most of Dignitas grouped up here, so they're going to move into this bush, they're going to capture the board there. And they're going to just move in for top tower here. I don't think Dignitas can defend it. Yeah, we see Dignitas over here, let this tower fall. You see, they're probably just gonna siege it up here. They've got the super minions pushing bottom. There's no reason for them to not just push it. I'm not sure exactly what successful their push is gonna be without Baron. They've got some pretty nice poke going on. Although Soraka should be able to heal it up pretty well. Dignitas does not really have that great of a wave. Dominate's gonna almost get killed, and it looks like Dominate's just gonna roll back in here. Morgana's gonna keep throwing out those snare puddles, and if she catches anyone, they're just gonna die. Very nice forward there for one for Zion's hard to jump to. Charlie's gonna go down, he got caught by we don't have enough damage. Drive them off. I believe that Minion might fight this. Ash Arrow misses, but they're gonna choose to disengage. I guess they decided they weren't gonna risk it. Oh, Zion's hard was very low. Apologies, wasn't able to see the recording. But the super minions came in here and took his turrets. Yeah, Maniac continues to get a lead. They took another 2 turrets, got another, almost got their creature to take down a 3rd tower, just because when the super minions come up in here, they kill the entire wave, they kill the entire creep wave. So all of your minions just push immediately to the turret and take it, or at least put lots of damage on it. Taking down an inhibitor is so big in games like this. Now because they've got an inhibitor down, they're just going to go straight for Baron. Dignitas can't contest it. They're going to try, but if Paradoxical catches anyone, they're just going to go down. They saw Dignitas was split there, they saw him fly down here. They saw that ward going down there, so Dignitas can see them. Pixel's a little bit afraid to go in here just because they might burst him over the wall, but they're just going to go straight for Baron now. And if Dignitas doesn't think Dignitas probably understands what they're doing here, but I do not believe that he can test it. It's too far behind. Paradoxical is going to chase off essentially. They're going to take down Baron pretty easily with Kog'Maw.
The inhibitor is respawning soon.
So the super minions continue to push down bottom, and they're just gonna go. They're probably gonna go straight. Actually, both the inhibitors are naked, so they can go for either one of them. They're gonna go straight for the mid inhibitor, which I don't think it's not so too problematic. Kog'Maw's too strong, Morgana's too strong. They can't really kill Lisa. And Janna gets lots of ability and success. And yeah, the point is goes down. That's just going to go into the final fight. I believe they're just going to get a lot of damage on Zion's part. Boy's just going to get caught in that entire spot. Dominate's very low and he's just going to get kicked and die. Focus is going to go down as well, and they're going to focus on that. GG. Very solid, very tight play by NM. Sorry, did actually pick up a last night. And they're just gonna
Capital.
honestly all snowballed from that Udo kill very beginning. After that, Nintendo X was just gold, and everywhere he went, every gank he threw was a kill.
Victory.
It's very, very solid play. Thanks for watching.